Hello YouTube, welcome back to Path of Radiance. Anyways, let us start off. There are 0 supports. That is not true, there is one. I forgot about it. Yeah. But I'm actually going to wait to do it for next chapter, just because I have a reason. Okay. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Oh, General Ike, what is it? It's nothing, really. I just thought I'd say hello. That's considerate. Your king is very generous, isn't he? And it's not just Rayson I'm talking about. He left us his 2 retainers as well. How do we pertain to the king's generosity? I guess it's because Rayson kept apologizing. I just thought that... Am I misinterpreting something? I don't know. But I know that the king can survive without our help. Is that true? That's pretty amazing. I've been given the title of Lord, but I still can't run this army on my own. Titania and Soren handle all the little details, and that's what keeps us from collapsing into chaos. Our king does nothing special. Everyone just does what's needed. There is no chaos. He's really trusted, isn't he? That's natural. In Legu society, the strongest become king. Unlike the Majorque, kingship is not tied to blood, so we have no weak kings. I'm sorry, perhaps that was improper. No, I agree with you. Choosing a ruler by strength instead of birth makes much more sense. When we face Begnian troops, we target the units with weak leadership and eliminate them first. Majorque weapons can be very powerful, but not everyone wields them well. Since Majorque also choose generals by bloodlines, their competency is uneven, and that is a weakness of Majorque armies. As for you, General Ike, the time to prove yourself is approaching. It's true. No matter how strong the individuals are, that strength is worthless if they're weak as a unit. An army's power comes from leadership and management. That's good to remember. Thanks. I'll take on any numbers of enemies, but the snow is another story. I think my beautiful wings are icing over. This sounds like trouble. Are you gonna be able to fly? Yes, of course I can fly. These wings aren't for looks, you know. They're made of flesh and blood and feathers. It's not like it's some animal that has to hibernate when winter rolls in. Sheesh! Can't you bear tell the difference between comic exaggeration and serious conversation? I was supposed to laugh, was I? Sorry about that. Oh my, such sincerity. This is unexpected. It looks like someone taught you manners. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what are our chances for victory? We're still at an extreme disadvantage. What? That's not the answer I wanted. You gotta do better than that, Majorque General. I'm here. If we lose, how am I ever gonna show my face in Phoenicius again? We're at a disadvantage, but I don't intend to lose. There's a man in Dayan that I need to find, and I will be the last thing that he sees. Haha, well said. I wish you could repeat that to today's younger generation. There are some weaklings back at home that I don't even want to call hawks. I'd love to stick them back in their eggs and start over from scratch. Hey, you hatched from eggs, huh? Speaking figuratively, you know, like a metaphor. We haven't hatched from eggs for generations now. Silly Majorque. Alright, I'm out of here. You gotta warm up the old wings before battle, or who knows what might happen. I figured the egg thing was a joke, but I had no idea it really happened. Bird tribes, go figure. Bye, see you later. Yep, oh missed. Watch your step. It's slippery. Whoa! Missed! Ow, I landed right on my butt. Oh, my throat. Hee hee, the snow's cold. Be careful. Oh, jeez. Be careful. Alrighty. Hey, watch, Jill. I'm gonna make a snow angel. Whee! It must be nice to be so cheerful. Jill. Who's there? It's me. Captain Harp, this is an enemy camp. I've been trying to track you down ever since you disappeared at Toha. I figured you were off chasing the Crimeans. I never imagined that you would join up with them. At first it was just circumstance, but now it's different. Now I'm with them because I want to be. Spending time with them and coming into contact with Legu has shown me what a fool I've been. Legu? I never thought I'd hear the word for someone who once said subhuman with such absolute hatred. Sounds like you've had some good experiences with this happy little band. I knew that if anyone would understand, it would be you, Captain. So you're forming your own set of values for the first time. That's good. That's very, very good. But what are you planning to do now? If you keep moving forward, you're gonna face General Sheharim before long. Causing trouble for my father was never my intent. However, as a member of this army, I will face him with my shoulders straight and my head held high. So you're determined to see this through? I am! So be it. There's nothing left to be said. Farewell. The next time we meet, it will be as enemies. Prepare yourself. And get some rest. You know how important it is. Ike, can I talk to you? A few minutes ago, a man I'd never seen before showed up and spoke to Jill. I wasn't sure what was going on, so I went and found you. What should we do? Whatever they're talking about, it sure looks serious. Jill trained in the Dayan army. Fighting against her countrymen will be tough, no matter how prepared she thinks she is. I don't care what happens. You can't let her fight against your own father. All right, Ike? It might not be a bad idea to keep her at base camp, just while we're at Dayan. Now we don't have to worry about this chapter, but if you are in one of the higher difficulties, only one difficulty has it in the US. If you're playing Maniac mode in the Japanese version or Hard mode in the US version, if Jill fights her father, she will turn to the enemy, unless she is A support with either Mist or Less, which is one of the reasons I'm waiting to do that support until next battle. Now I'm in normal mode, which means she won't betray. Theoretically. Heavy theoretically here. Oh, I need to show you Shidon's crazy bow that I made. So, General, there look to be a lot of enemy soldiers ahead. Mostly Dayan. There's some crows from Kilvas as well. More than our last fight. Yeah. There's a lot. But the most troubling thing is that King Kilvas is with them. And the King Crow himself is cooperating with Dayan. Yep, and compared to the other crows, the king is in a class by himself. Obviously, he's no match for our king. But, anyway, you should move carefully. An entire unit under the command of King Kilvas? I think that bodes ill for us. The outcome of the battle hinges on how we deal with them. I'll be back. I'm getting liquids from my throat. I paused the game and not the recording. Imagine doing that. Okay. I still can't really do female voices, but oh well. The outcome of the battle hinges on how we deal with them. Kill the soldiers, as fellow bird tribe like you, what can you tell us about them? Please don't lump us together with those carrion birds. We're not partial to the crows. As you know, we are outmanned by the Dayan troops. Is there any way to get the Ravens to withdraw? That would be a tremendous help. Well, I suppose I could go meet with King Kilvas if I had to. I don't think that my speaking to him is going to make a difference, though. If you like, we will try, but don't expect anything to come of it. No matter the circumstance, I will never speak to a crow again. No matter what we decide, sending here like this is giving the enemy more time to prepare. You're right. Come on, let's get moving. Is this the first chapter with Ballista? Because I think it is. So, you do get more bonus XP for all the crows that survive. Obviously, I'm in a part where I don't care as much about that anymore. There is a difference. If you have any of your bird like you speak to Nisola, he will leave. But I believe if racing does it, something special happens, which is why I'm looking over here because I'm checking. What happens is if you don't kill any ravens, Nasala will give an item to Rayson as he leaves. But it has to be with Yorjana. Okay. Get Wolf out of here. It's time to go. I need Volk, so shit on, I guess, as well. Don't try to fight Nasala. It's not going to end well. The first time I played this... no, that's not true. The second time I played this chapter, I literally just tried to rush and get him. Oh, no, I don't want to bring shit on because I want to show off, Reinforce. I believe Tanith is the only unit that has it. She's the only one I can think of with it. So, the Crimean army has arrived. I hope they're prepared to pass into this oblivion. For this will be their final resting place. Crimean stranglers joined an army on loan from England. I've even heard that they have a betrayer in their midst, and yet they still march on. What an odd group. But as long as Kilva stands at the side of Dayan, they have no future. I suppose they're just unlucky. This chapter is the first time I ever had a unit die in Fire Emblem. Because obviously this is the first game I played without casual. When I played this, I spent like 7 attempts, re-died. I didn't reset. It's my first time not. It appears the enemy has spotted us. Well, a group this large is hard to miss. How will you proceed? No tricks, nothing fancy. We'll hit them from the front, fast and hard. I'm sure you're already aware of this, but if you don't do something about Kilvus, you're at a disadvantage. Yes, I've heard about the Ravens, but even so, it's not as if we can turn tail and run away. Now that I think on it, King Kilvus and Prince Rayson used to be close friends. Do you ask him to speak to the king? He was most emphatic in his refusal. It seems that Nasala was responsible for Rayson's capture at the hands of Dupanis. I can't really blame him. And the Hawks? Surely some connection can be found there. They weren't very excited about the suggestion. If you command them to do it, there's an antagonism between the tribes that we don't understand. I'd rather not force the issue. Trying to coerce them into it would be unfair. I'll let them do as they please. That was so very likely. However, giving orders that are unpopular is often necessary when one is in command. And maybe so, but I can only do things the best I know how. My own way. Come, it's time to go. I didn't reposition. Was that dumb? So, Nasala. I believe he starts moving once you get into his range. I mean, you may be wondering, what am I doing? That! I want to get rid of the ballistas as fast as possible. Because here's the thing, to get rid of, Nasala, it has to be a flying unit. So, I don't want to endanger my flying units. Obviously, I can't have Jill kill the ballista this turn. I'll have to do it next turn. Okay. He may not look super tough, but you're not going to double him. Because he has 30 attack speed. So he's always going to double you. So he effectively... I mean, yeah. Because his strength is 25 and his might is 8. I mean, if we just look how it is here. 23 attack, and his beak is weaker. So I don't know. He's a toughie. He's a tough egg to crack. Dealing with him is not easy. The faster I can get rid of King Kilvas, though, the faster I can get rid of those. That's what Reinforce does. They're not necessarily super strong, but they're not bad. Obviously, that's the promoted one. And those are unpromoted, so they're actually pretty decent. With the strength of my units, I might, if I really try, be able to take out the solo, but trust me when I say this. It's not worth it. Heeded those words and heeded them well. The worth doesn't exist. And that is something Josh is going to have to accept. Obviously, this is probably a bad map to reinforce it. No damage, nice. I wonder what that warrior will be able to do. I thought they had steel equipped. They clearly have had axes. Man, Astrid's such a good unit. Nice. Jill's also such a good unit. Honestly, with a good trigger of Aether, Nasala probably can get wiped out though. He is ranged. Blackwings among humans. These are considered bad omens, are they not? But take these omens as fact and let them herald you to the afterlife. Huh. That's right. Yeah. I forgot. Ironically, he doesn't do enough to kill her in 2 turns. Cool. I wish you could change weapons after you attack in this game like you can in Genealogies. That would be so useful. Okay, cool. I don't want to risk Nasala getting critical, so I just hope that Nasala will come this way. Just to, you know, as always, get level up, get XP, not level up, but just get XP on Nasala. I didn't know if that was Nasala's range or the Ballista. That'd be able to. Oh! Killer Axe, Killer Axe, Killer Axe. I don't like this. Man. Pay more attention before you act. Oh, yeah, speaking of Killer Axe. Yeah, she has that. Okay. Once I get rid of Masala, this chapter literally becomes very straightforward. So that's always nice. Honestly, my first 2 times playing this game, this chapter was a nightmare. Because the first time, obviously, I was going in blind. I didn't know what to expect. The second time, I was like, oh, I don't think you get rid of Masala, because it's just like, oh, it says that they don't like doing it so clearly. It doesn't do anything because they're like, oh, don't make us talk to him, blah blah blah. So like, oh, okay, so that does nothing. Then once I beat the chapter, I was like, I'm an idiot. Third time it was super easy. Well, once I actually, knew how to brain. Masala didn't move. So, what I'm about to do is called stupid. One, two, three. I forgot. He has to be in beast form to do it multiple. He has to be in beast form. That would not. That would not have ended well. Hey, Aether! Healed him. Okay, so you see what I just did? That is what you call not smart. Only problem is it really messes up my strategy now. Oh, silly. Oh, this is gonna go so smooth, but then that happened. I should have left Jill just slightly in the range of Masala, maybe. But essentially what I was gonna try to do is have Janeth talk to Masala. Darn! Guess I'm not getting the special item. Pretty sure all of them leave, though. All the crows should leave when you talk to Masala. I can still do it this next turn. It's just gonna be really risky. Because that ballista. Ha ha ha! Should be enough. I almost don't want to risk it without like. If worst comes to worst, I always rescue Racing. Now, Jan, if I, can. But, oh well. I only killed 1 pro, so that's a shame. At least I'll still get all the bonus XP. But again, it doesn't matter as much anymore. You can kill us, you egg-stealing snake! One of Tabarn's flock, eh? You are his eyes, if I'm not mistaken. It's not enough that you sold the white prince to humans. Now you're fighting against the goo. You Hawks rescued Rayson, didn't you? So everything worked out in the end. What's the problem? I'd like you to repeat those words to the prince's face. Rayson is here? Here? Why? He supports the Crimean army. The barrack leading this army helped him to escape Serenus Forest. Helped him? Are you saying a human came to the aid of Rayson? A Legu? Yes! And he rescued Princess Leanne, too. Leanne is still alive. Don't play the fool. You know the life of the forest has returned. That was their power at work. I see, that's how the forest... Of course. Listen up, Crow. You need to fly over there to the prince and talk to him. If you don't do it, I'm gonna know that you really are the enemy and report back to King Deparn. Think it over. What to do? Did I forget this chapter? I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh boy. So, anyways. Assuming I don't get literally just yiked right into the void. Which is always possible. Assuming I don't get yiked though, I am actually doing really good. Honestly, this chapter is one that I used to hate. It really isn't that bad now. Now that I'm better at Fire Emblem. Yes! She can use the Brave Bow now. Oh, I still haven't shown the super powerful bow, have I? I don't remember if I have now or not. Still have his range on. Nasala will not attack Rayson. That is important to note. And if I am wrong, oh no. But I am 90% sure he will not attack Rayson. Now, am I gonna be wrong? Knowing me, yes. Knowing me, yes, I am. I just hope I'm not. Because that would be bad. It would be bad. Oh, it'd be bad. I may not be able to do a lot of funny voices this recording session, but I'm still having a really good time. And that's what matters. Hey, if you're watching this and you want to do YouTube, what matters is you do it to have fun. You don't do it for money. Obviously, I don't want the subscribers to monetize me. Oh my goodness gracious. Rayson. Hey, Rayson, look at you. You look sharp, kid. Go away. Oh, so you can talk. You. How dare you show your face to me? Well, I have been called brazen before. Some have gone so far to say shameless. Come on, at least let me give you a reason. Be gone! My ears are closed to you. Rayson, we're friends, are we not? Oh yes, friends. In fact, we're such good friends that you sold me that fool. Bloated man. I didn't really sell you. Besides, I planned on rescuing you right away. You were just so impatient and flew away on your own, so... Are you blaming me? No, well, maybe. I mean, It was I who was in wrong on all accounts. No one was hurt in the end. Come on, smooth those ruffled feathers, alright? Leanne is alive. Yes, Tabarin's attendant told me. That's wonderful news, really. When he sees her face, I'm sure King Lorizaya will begin to feel better at once. Things are really looking up, aren't they, Rayson? I suppose that if you hadn't received me and taken me to the forest, we might not have discovered her. So I will forgive you just this once. Rayson, oh, that's with conditions. Will you accept them? What are they? Pull your troops from this battle now, and never again enter into combat against your fellow Legume. Oh, come now, Rayson, that's asking too much. What will you do then? Will you continue the fight with the Crimean army to which I'm in service? Very well, you win. Rayson, I'll leave. I'll take my soldiers with me. However, I cannot say what the future will bring. I have the fate of my nation to consider, after all. Very well. So we're friends again? Come to Kilvas for a visit, will you? Lucy will be so pleased. I'll do that. When this war's over, Leanne and I will both come. Oh, and as for Tabarn, I'll speak with him. There's no need for you to worry. Thank you. Farewell. And watch yourself. This is war, you know. Listen to me, Dark Wings. We of Kilvas are leaving. Turn at once and head for home. Unfortunately, since two of them died, I didn't get an item. I don't know what the item does. I think it grants Kanto to whoever has it equipped. So. Ay! That is not very pleasant. No. I cannot believe I was that careless. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. That could have been bad, because I do not think Nisala will leave if Rayson is dead. So, that would have been a yikes, man. Oh man, I want Janeth to get a kill. So, can you weaken? Oh, you don't have the silver lance. Okay. What do you do with that? Yeah. It'll lower him quite a bit. Now he knows how Rayson Okay. Fine. Be that way. I don't care, no siree. I don't care. This is my not caring face, you know? I don't care. The fact that I play this abysmal garbage game. For the record, YouTube, that was a joke. As I was saying before, I had a panic attack. What's most important is having fun if you want to get into recording videos. Obviously, I don't have the subscribers to monetize my videos yet. But I still make visit videos. Why? Because I enjoy it. An attack speed. Yeah, I could get double. Which is why I do that. Is this route? Oh, it's defeat boss. Okay. That makes life a lot easier. Oh yeah, obviously it had to be because of Nisala. If it was root. Don't even bother. But yeah, have fun with what you record. The 3 series that I'm currently... Well, the Genealogy of the Holy War is actually fully filmed. We've actually filmed, me and the guys have filmed everything. But again, we did it because it was fun. Minecraft is something that'll probably never stop being fun, well, for the time being. We film it because it's fun. I'm filming this because I'm having fun. It's all about fun. That makes the videos more entertaining. Killed us has betrayed us. I think abandoned would be more accurate, but idiot! It's the same thing. A cursed subhumans. We should never have trusted them. No. She doubles? I'm too lazy to do mental math. She's one away from killing without a critical. Oh well. My sword is lightning! Do you think you can follow its dance? If she doesn't get a critical, I'll just... Ike. Ike! Ike is the solution I am looking for. Okay, yep. Continuing to get good level ups. So if you start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, then I can remove Stefan right back to where Ike is now. $100. Your fighting style is unique. It is rough and awkward, yet terribly strong. Who's your teacher? My father. Really? And we are the same. My mother taught me how to wield the sword as well. Neither of us can afford to lose. Right, you just got ethered. The shame. And he's already level 6 promoted. And that level up, by the way, is almost perfect. I would have rather that magic go to speed, but other than that, it is literally perfect. Nice. So this may seem like a short video, but we actually do have a beastly amount of story ahead of us before the video ends. So it's actually not going to be that much shorter than the normal one. So, yeah. We won. Somehow. It's because you did an excellent job of driving off the ravens. Yeah. If we had continued to fight them, we would have suffered more casualties than this. We must extend thanks to Rayson.
My Lord Ike, I'm pleased to see you well. You haven't been injured, have you?
Hey, I can almost do it again. Princess Valencia, I'm fine. I'm unharmed.
Oh, that's good.
Ike, may I have a word? And if you don't mind, Princess Valencia, would you join us as well? Please join me in that building.
What could it be?
Let's go see. This is what I get for playing guitar and like singing some really high songs without warming up last night. Oh, that is why my voice is sore. I guarantee it. Remember, kids, if you're gonna sing high notes, even if you're a high tenor like I am, warm up. Don't attempt to sing really high notes without warming up, no matter how high of a voice part you are. If your lowest note is like an A5, still warm up if you're gonna sing an A5.
This is...
holy. Incredible, no? It's gold. All of it. Dad must be filthy rich. There's so much. It doesn't even seem real. What should we do with it? It's the spoils of war, so naturally it's ours. In that case, I'd like to borrow 50,000. Would that be alright?
That's a lot of money. What are you planning on doing?
It's a private matter.
I apologize, Commander. You're not a child. There's no reason for me to pry. My Lord Ike, please use this gold for the mercenary company. Until now, I hadn't had the resources to adequately pay. So please.
Now, if I borrow the 50,000, that'll be more than...
You won't borrow it, you'll accept it, and in good faith. The remainder we'll give to Soren for company maintenance. Would that be alright, Princess Valencia? Yes, of course.
I believe you still get like 70,000 just for the shop. This game showers you in money. General Petrine, please, General. I'm just a messenger. However, I need to tell you.
I already heard, you dunderhead. I hate those filthy crows right from the start. It is so to be portrayed in such a fashion. Someone will pay for this.
Oh, you certainly had your way with us, didn't you, King Kilvis? But if you want to make an enemy of Dayan,
then so be it. Once Gallia's fallen, we'll turn our attention to your puny nation and wipe it off the face of the world. Why are you still there? Do you find me amusing? Shall I make my lance dance for you?
No, ma'am. No, never. Not at all. I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. I'll be going now.
Dog's breath. I need something. A brilliant plan. If this continues much longer, the king will have my head.
You wanted to see me. You've waited a long time. Take this. It's the gold you were promised. Finally scraped it together, eh? I gladly accept it. Aren't you going to count it? There's no need. I'll trust you. All right then. I'll take what was promised. The report you wrote for my father. There isn't one. What? There is no report. Never was. You lied to me. You exploited my need to know more about my father. There is something I must tell you. It cannot be written down. It is too great of a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it, and then to tell you myself. Mature? Then what was the 50,000 gold for? No gold. That was my idea. I thought it would be a good way to test how resourceful and responsible you were. Get started. I want to hear it all. I've spent a long time as Grail's hired shadow. A long time. I remained hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived I needed to fulfill my contract. All that time for one job. What was it? If Grail were to ever go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life. What? Actually, there was only one other thing. If Grail were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Grail's secret in an appropriate time. That was my job. Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father? Because of Lehron's medallion. What medallion? What are you talking about? The medallion your sister carries. Huh? That old bronze thing? I just thought it was a keepsake of my mother's. Are you telling me that it's something more? Grail told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though, and what I discovered surprised me. Tell me. Lehron was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Rayson, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god and imprisoned it therein. An evil god? Do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm not. And I have no idea how the cursed thing came to be in Grail's possession. That being said, I do know that the men who hunted your father were actually seeking the medallion. Why they wanted it, and what they planned to do with it. Just thinking about it gives me chills. I'm finding all this a little hard to believe. You said the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? Then why would my father allow Miss to carry it around? That doesn't make any sense. It's because she could carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it? No, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Miss had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. I After that, I assumed it was my sister's alone. I never reached for it again. Compared to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Mother seems just the same. That's why they could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspect of a person and magnifies them 1,000-fold. Grail touched it only once, and it drove him to complete madness. So that's what you meant when you said he went berserk. That's right. Bjark and Legu are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there's no difference between us. If the proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much the medallion... It is the proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much a medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day, after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him. 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them down. Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in, concealed his identity, called him a friend. He slew them one by one, until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. They say she smiled as he pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as her life's blood spilled into the street. My father killed my mother? No, that can't be. It was the medallion. Its power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. Me? You? If either of us touched it, I'm certain that we both would have been consumed by madness. When your father regained his senses, he tracked me down. It seems he heard rumors of me some time before. He said he had needed someone like me, closed-mouthed, skilled, most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Grail was once the famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Dayan's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There's no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him. But he took the job anyway. Why did you change your mind? Grail had lost his wife, and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening ever again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hand so he could not wield his sword again. I took the job only because he had become someone my skill could handle. And even then, he was still stronger than most men. I don't know what to say. That is Grail's secret, as I know it. Now I entrust to you the responsibility of seeing that medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it. As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean? He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed much, much sooner than he expected to be. My father's dying wish was for me to protect the medallion, and if I can do that, everything will be alright? I believe so. At the very least, I must take precedent over everything else. I understand. Oh, one last thing. What is it? Do you want to hire me? In the event that you go berserk someday. If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I can take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say? Please. That's a wise decision. And in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity. Huh? He promotes! That's why I almost considered giving him bonus XP actually. So yeah. Before Ashtar took control, there were obviously always 4 riders. Obviously, we've met 2 4 riders, Black Knight and Tree, both of which became 4 riders with Ashnar. There's I can't remember his name. I believe it was Bryce. Bryce is one of the 4 riders of old. Toronto is one of the 4 riders of old. Gawain is one of the 4 riders of old. I don't know who the 4th was. I can't remember who the 4th was, but I know those 3. Those 3 were all horsemen, which is why when we eventually fight Bryce, I will probably have Ike fight him, just because there's actually special dialogue of, "Hey, I knew your father. He was a good man." Because he's one of the 2 Camus archetype characters of this game. In fact, we're actually going to meet one of the Camus next chapter. Yay. I'm not really a thief. I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you've got, no matter how dirty. Father. Mother. Oh, why? Nice! Good bonus XP. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's really any reason to. Since I've been doing it so much recently, I'm gonna keep going. The Kingdom of Dan lies on the northmost edge of Tellius. Its coastline is bathed in icy currents of the northern sea, and frigid winds howl inland with terrible ferocity. As a result, day and winters are raw and brutal. Ice and snow scour the land, leaving frozen scars in the wind. Through these blizzards, General Ike and the Crimean army press ever forward. Begnian's Imperial Senate may have lent Crimea troops, but even they doubt that the army can successfully fight off Dane. Yet somehow, Ike and his company defy all odds and capture victory after victory. Embracing both Princess Alencia's dream of a liberated Crimea and the tragic history of his parents, Ike marches in grim silence. Chapter 20. Defending Talrega. If you remember the name Talrega, you know this is where Jill's from. This can only mean one thing. The enemy knows exactly how we are going to move. With your permission, I'll begin an investigation to see if there's anyone suspicious among the troops. Ike? Ike, are you alright? Oh, yes. Sorry, what is it? Nothing. I was just giving you the standard update. Shall I put it off till later? No, sorry. But can you start over from the beginning? I'll pay attention this time. Understood. Good morning, you two. What's wrong, Ike? You look so sleepy. I've had a lot on my mind. I was meant to sleep last night, but I was up thinking. Before I knew it, it was morning. Really? I never thought I'd hear that. Ike didn't sleep because he was thinking. I wonder if Soren will start being polite. Listen to Tanya, can I just... Brother, Ike! What's wrong, miss? What am I going to do, Ike? My medallion's gone! What? It's gone? No. What am I going to do? It was my only memento of Mother. Did you drop it or put it somewhere and forget? Something like that? No. I always carry it with me. I would never lose it. I had it before I went to bed last night. It vanished while I was sleeping. Don't cry. It's not your fault. But... I said don't cry. I'll find it. All right? All right. Sorry. Are you serious? You want to begin immediately. That's... General, retreat! If we do this thing, Dayon will suffer. It's good. It's for the good of the country. Besides, it's only one territory. Stop yelling like an old woman. I hear you, and yet, if the goal is merely to stop the Crimean army, this is not necessary. The strength of my troops will suffice to... The last idiot who told me that ended up on a corpse pile. Now listen to me and listen well. No matter how passionate you are when you tell me you'll defeat Crimea, I'll never pin my hopes on a bunch of foreigners.
All you have to do is stop their forward progress. That's all. My plan will accomplish this.
General Retreat, do you truly think so little of us? It's true that we were born in Bangor, and not Dayan, but my men and I have been loyal to this country for 18 years. We have spared no effort to learn all the proper manners and customs of this land. Now, after all of that, to be dismissed as a bunch of foreigners?
No one asked how long you'd lived here. Want to know why? Because no one cares! Certainly not me.
Where were you born? Huh?
Where were you raised? Ha! This country doesn't need squatters like you. The only people Dan can count on in times of crisis are Danes themselves. Everyone else is just gutter leavings.
So we're useless. Is that what you're saying?
You tell me, Mike. Why is it that your unit, which is trained to be an elite royal guard, is here patrolling this hick-infested backwater? The answer's clear to me. How about you? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I offending you? Well, here's your chance to show us your worth. Holland's Premier's advance. If you are as skilled as you claim, you should be able to limit the damage to a bare minimum, should you not? Ingrid, good luck for you. I look forward to seeing the results of your work. Get going, Outlander.
General, Sherham, must we truly go through with this? It's such a horrific act. It's only recently that the citizens hereabouts have even come to trust us. We have no choice but to obey. Says the woman says. The only thing we can do is ensure the Crimean army is defeated as soon as possible. General, open the floodgates. Do it now!
Ike, just a bit more.
Do you mind hearing my... Okay, let's just that. See, 70,000 gold. Wow. And when you get more bonus XP than you get regular XP. Wow. I'm just checking. No. Ooh, actually, I'll try it. Yep, obviously. Yay! I think that's all the supports I care about. Yeah. Honestly, though, like, I could get him. She got his sword. I was like, huh. Man, she's almost level 10 promoted already. She's gonna surpass Jill soon. Crazy. No, do not leave base. I'm probably, since I have a lot of money, I'm probably gonna do a lot of forging and all that. Anyways, though, YouTube, this is the end of this video. See you next time. I almost stopped the emulation, not the recording. That would have been foolish. See you next time.